Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today I'm asking the question, would you want your boss to be artificial intelligence? And the reason why I'm asking this is because I just read a very fascinating article from the Indian Express about call center workers at MetLife. Now, if you're a call center worker working for MetLife, you have this little blue box on your screen as you're talking to MetLife customers that is backed by artificial intelligence that basically kind of gives you a score in real time of how you're doing and tells you to do different things as you're talking to the customer. So, for example, if you are talking too fast, this program will basically flash an icon of a speedometer on your screen, which is your indication to slow down. If you sound sleepy or sluggish, it will pop up an indicator for a little cup of coffee, basically saying, hey, pep it up. And if you're not being empathetic enough to the customer and the AI senses this, a little heart icon pops up to tell you, hey, show more empathy. Now, I find this absolutely interesting because when we are typically talking about the rise of artificial intelligence and the loss of jobs, we're talking about jobs that can be automated out, not necessarily the job itself, but many of the tasks that these jobs do. And so if we are looking at this from a higher level, would we let artificial intelligence, like MetLife, for example, which is already doing it, would we let them control our day-to-day operations? We could be able to program artificial intelligence for management capability to say, hey, you're not working fast enough, or you're working beyond capacity, or you sound sleepy, you sound tired. All this kind of stuff. Would we want to apply this to our workforce, especially if we are executives and industry leaders? And if so, what would the possible ramifications be? You know, I can't imagine that okay, with call centers it's a little different, but I can't imagine that a workforce is going to really want to take cues or directions from a computer, and what happens if they don't? You know, if they're not speeding up, if they're not slowing down, if they're not showing empathy, you know, if they're not working, you know, faster, what would it be if you, let's say, had an assembly line worker that wasn't keeping up, making the widgets fast enough, and the artificial intelligence was kind of cracking that virtual whip? So I'm very curious to know what your answers are to this, or what your thoughts are on this. But as we're talking about AI taking over jobs and basically becoming that outsourcing, we really haven't considered AI becoming our boss. And I think it's something that we really need to think about, because as we are moving on in the future, many of us may be taking orders from a computer. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at Nick AESP. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.